Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Julia, a Dallas-based flight attendant. I thought for today's video it would be fun to show you all how I set up my galley for a domestic flight on the Boeing 737 aircraft. The first thing I always do when I walk into my galley is open up all of the compartments, and then following that, I open all of the latches and remove the seals from the carts. If a cart is labeled downline, which will be indicated on the paperwork, you do not remove that seal because that cart is meant for the crew after your flight. I always make sure to open all of the compartments and carts first. That way I can see exactly what I have, where it's located, and to also check and see if anything might be missing. I also always make sure to run the coffee makers once with just hot water. I do this to clean the pots and make sure they are working properly. The top insert of your beverage cart will contain bags of ice. I always use the mallet to break up the ice so it's not as clumpy, and this makes it a lot easier for the aisle flight attendants to scoop the ice into cups for the beverage service. Once the ice is broken up, you can tear the bag and dump the ice into the plastic lined insert. The next thing I do is take out the liquor insert from the cart, and I rearrange the liquor minis and wine so that it only takes up half the space of the insert. This was a morning flight, so I didn't need the full insert of liquor. However, if you are working a flight on a Friday night to Las Vegas, you would probably want the full insert of alcohol. The next thing I do is take the cookies and neatly stack them in the empty portion of the insert. So now one side of your cart should be set up. The first drawer is your ice, second is the soda, third is the mixers, fourth is the liquor and cookies, and then if there's an extra insert of soda, I will put that on the bottom of the cart. The other side of your cart should be set up exactly the same. However, the bottom insert will instead contain beer, white wine, extra juice, and water. The next thing you're going to do is set up your toppers. These are the inserts that go on top of your cart and are used during the beverage service. Inside the topper, I always have 2 stacks of plastic cups and 1 stack of coffee cups. I also always have a blue bucket that I put cups of sugar, lemons, limes, decaf coffee, tea, and stir sticks into. A flight attendant hack is if you take an obviously unused air sick bag and tear it in half, it makes the perfect container for coffee creamers. You will then place that bag into the blue bucket along with the cups of lime, sugar, and stir sticks. Once all of the items are placed into the blue bucket, you can fill the bag with the coffee creamers. I then will put a package of napkins on each side of the blue bucket. At this point, you can now add orange juice, apple juice, and water to your topper. After you have everything in the topper, this is what it should look like. To make the second topper, you need to start out with 2 of the gray coffee pots. I always put a piece of blue tape on one of the pots to mark that one as hot water, and the other one will be coffee. The setup for this topper is easier and includes the coffee pots, orange juice, apple juice, water, napkins, and plastic cups. Once you are finished setting up your second topper, this is what it should look like. Finally, once you are done setting everything up, you want to make sure to close your galley down. Make sure that all of the compartments are shut and latched, and that all of the carts are secured into place by making sure that the brakes are on and the red latches are down. This is to make sure that everything is stowed for takeoff, that way nothing falls out. We are now ready to begin our in-flight beverage service. I hope this video was helpful to any flight attendants looking for new ways to set up their galley, and hopefully it was interesting for non-flight attendants to see how we set everything up. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss any of my travel tips and adventures. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!